I'm Lucy Riffle. I'm from Virginia, Minnesota, which is up north on the Iron Range. And my preferred mediums of creation are printmaking and drawing. When I was growing up, I always kind of thought I was a little bit more artistic. I was always like, that kid that can draw. If anybody had a cartooning request, they would ask me. And I took a lot of art classes throughout high school. My high school didn't offer many, but I was also in community college taking PSEO. So I took some there, and when I came to Morris, I figured studio art, that's the way to go. It's a U of M campus, which I was interested in, being from Minnesota, and it's pretty far away from my home, and I was interested in getting some distance just to experience a new part of the world, even if it's not that far away. I guess a way I would describe my art without having to see it is very minimalistic and design concentrated. You can tell I'm putting a lot of thought into composition and every individual mark because I don't make a whole lot of marks. I want it to be able to breathe and see the process that I'm doing, because really the process is the product of my work. My creative process mostly consists of thinking in my head. I take a lot of time to think about what I'm doing before I make any marks, print anything out, or even make a sketch of anything. I take a lot of inspiration from the design and really anything I see every day. If I see maybe like a spot on the sidewalk, but I really like where it's placed within like the square, that'll be like, ooh, that would be a great composition. I should work on that. So it takes me a long time to kind of think about the best and most minimal way I can show that inspiration. I think drawing has a really wide range of things you can do with it. I mean, I draw with paint, and I still don't consider it painting. It's just mark making, which I think is more drawerly, I suppose. And I like the physicality of it. I like to be really involved in the process in my drawings. Printmaking is a little bit more detached, but I still feel like I'm very involved because you physically have to pull the prints. You're making all of these things, but you have a little bit less of your own hand in it, and I'm interested how that contrasts with my drawings. Yeah, I think living in rural Minnesota for all of my life, even if it's in two different parts, has heavily impacted my work. I feel like if I was in a city, I would be creating just as much, but I don't think I would have the concentration to take the same time I do out here to really think about everything so long before I make a mark, because in a city there's so much to do and so much to pull your eye and all of that. And I think rural Minnesota, maybe the sparseness of the community has kind of inspired more room in my work because there's more room to breathe out here. A project that I've worked on this year is Twist. It's a triptych with 3 screen prints. I took a class in Icelandic language and got to go to Iceland. But on my way out, I took a loop through Scandinavia. So these photos were taken in Stockholm, Sweden at a theme park I stumbled upon while I was there. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do when I was taking these photos. I was just like, these are really nice compositions. I know I'll use these for something. So I came back to Morris in the fall. Thought I would try something new and delve into CMYK printing, which is splitting an image into basically primary colors, tan, magenta, yellow, and key, which is black. I was really drawn to taking pictures of the theme park because it had a kind of older feel to it, and I really like that. And I think in terms of printing, they turned out to look kind of nostalgic, a little bit like sun-kissed, a little faded, like a memory. And I think a lot of my prints have that quality. And I was kind of arranging them to see if I could display them together or if they would have to be separate pieces. But they made this really great line in the middle, and I was sold on it. I feel like working in abstraction, I want them to take away whatever they want to. I always have a very set idea of what things are about, and then people talk to me, and it's totally different, and it's kind of like, but it's like good. At least they're getting something out of it, and that makes me happy that they can appreciate it in their own way. To quote one of my favorite artists, her name is Agnes Martin, and I'm a little bit paraphrasing, I don't remember the actual quote, but she's creating things that are completely abstract as to provoke completely abstract thought.